Well, hey, mamas. Jessica Coulter here. We are continuing our discussion about summer learning today. We're focusing on part three, which is all about those next steps. How do we prepare your teen for life? How do we prepare your teen for that transition from maybe high school to college or even college to grad school or whatever comes after graduation? So I am curious for those of you watching who have high schoolers, who have college students, let me know down below, what is your teen plan for the summer? Is there a job in mind? Is there some kind of project in mind? Like, what has your teen decided he's going to do or she's going to do? I want to know below. And I encourage you, before we start talking about these 4 things that I recommend your teens do, I want you to hit that follow button if you're watching on Facebook. I want you to hit that subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube, because there will be more videos coming your way all about summer learning for your tweens, your teens, your college students. All right, so hopefully you've shared your answer. Now I want to start with test prep, okay? If you have a high schooler, especially someone that just finished 9th grade or someone that just finished 10th grade, really recommend that you start thinking about the ACT, the SAT. Okay, we want to knock that out as soon as possible, because as soon as your child has taken Algebra 2, probably ready for the math section, which means your child is ready to rock and roll on the ACT. And we don't want your teen to be a senior in high school, rising senior, still not have a good ACT score or even any ACT or SAT score, because that just adds to the craziness of senior year. Now, if you've got a student in college and we're trying to decide, what that next step is, maybe you have a child preparing for like the MCAT or the GRE or, any type of test that's required for the next thing after undergrad. So definitely know summer is the perfect time to do those preparation like things. Okay. Now, if we go back to the idea here of college, do know that if you've got a high schooler or, again, maybe a college student, and some of these things are even good for middle school parents, so definitely keep an eye out and ear out. But do know things like scholarships. Those are something you could do over the summer, have your child do. Things like college applications, especially that personal statement, that essay your child has to write. And then even things like research into careers, research into colleges, research into, what am I even interested in and how does that translate to something I can make money at? Okay, so definitely those are 2 of the 4 things your team can really do this summer, is really be ready for those tests, those standardized tests, whatever that looks like, no matter where your teen is age-wise and kind of path-wise. And then also know college-specific stuff can happen and should happen this summer. Now, the whole reason we're talking about kind of prepping your teen for life and possibly college prep specifically, do know is that your child, when he goes back to school in the fall, he's going to have all sorts of school stuff to do. He's going to have homework to do, tests to study for, books to read. But over the summer, depending on for teens, taking classes or not, this can be the perfect opportunity to get ahead and not have to go, okay, how am I ever going to have time to study for the ACT while also writing this 10-page paper? Or how am I going to ever find the time to choose a college when I am trying to keep up with this really tough geometry class? Okay, so definitely encourage your teens to make the most use of their summer. Got 2 more thoughts I want to share with you. Before I do, if you're watching, thank you so much, mamas. My name is Jessica Coulter, CEO and founder of Ace Cookie Tutoring and Study with Jessie. So I help teens love to learn by teaching them how to learn. So if you want to know more, definitely drop me a message down below in the comments, or even reach out to me through that link, Talk with Jessie, in my bio. All right, so I know you're waiting on these 2 other things. So I have kind of hinted at one of them, this idea of a job or an internship, an apprenticeship, or some kind of job shadowing. Do know, again, summer, perfect time to do these things, because, maybe your child can have a shift during the day, or, do some kind of internship on a school day. And again, your team can't really miss out on classes, depending on, where your child is in school, what school he goes to. But highly recommend a summer job, if possible, with the age, for the sake of the money, sake of learning how to budget, the sake of learning how to save, but then also getting some kind of real feel for what is it like to work in this field that I think I'm actually interested in. Okay, because maybe your child will determine in a couple shifts, oh, this isn't what I thought it was, or oh, this is, more fun or less fun than I thought it was. So definitely recommend your teen have a job, internship, something like that over the summer. And then the last thing, the fourth thing I want to mention about your teen summer learning, preparing for life, if there has been a project hanging over your child's head for like days, weeks, months, maybe since August, summer is the perfect time to take care of that project. Okay. Now, this can be a project like something related to your child's room, especially if it's something that's going to help your child next year at school. It's get it done sooner rather than later this summer. Something like, new desk or a new bookshelf, something that's going to help your teen be more organized or have a better place to study. Those are all projects to do. Also know projects that your teen are really interested in or might be really useful and helpful for landing that job, for going to that school, for really showing your teen's expertise, knowledge, passion. Again, that project can be a do it now, get it done over the summer instead of waiting. Okay, so those are my 4 thoughts for you. If you missed any of those, if you caught kind of the last couple, if you joined us late, thank you so much for being here. I encourage you to go back and watch the rest of it, just because these 4 ideas are so helpful for helping your teen prepare for life, prepare for college, prepare for what comes after graduation. So thanks for watching. Be sure to follow, be sure to subscribe, as there will be more videos all related to summer learning. And as always, I'm Jessica Coulter, here to help your teens love to learn by teaching them how to learn through study skills. So I hope to talk to you and your teen Teen Mama one-on-one through a Talk with Jessie. The link is in the bio, or you can go to my website, acecookie.tutoring.com. Thanks so much, and see you tomorrow.